and here are some Year 11 drama pieces.
No, no. I will go back. Tell the do it as you please. It's madness me coming. I must go at once. Ask Lord Darlington. Oh no. Here he is. What should I do? What can I say to him? Will he let me go at all? And the men are brutal. Horrible. Oh. Lady Windermere. Thank heaven I'm in time. You must go back to your husband's house. Immediately. Must? Yes, you must. There is not a moment to be lost. Lord Darlington may return at any moment. Don't come near me. Oh, you are on the brink of ruin. You're on the brink of a hideous precipice. You must leave this place at once. My carriage is waiting at the corner of the street. You must come with me and drive straight home. What are you doing? Mrs. Eileen, I admit I would have gone back. But now that I see you, I feel that nothing in the world will induce me to live under the same roof as Lord Windermere. You fill me with horror. There's something about you that stirs the wildest rage within me. And I know why you are here. My husband sent you to lure me back that I might serve as blind to whatever relations exist between you and him. Oh, you don't think that. You can't. Go back to my husband, Mrs. Eileen. Go back to the house you were shameless enough to enter. I suppose he's afraid of scandal. Men are such cowards. They outrage every law in the world and are afraid of the world's tongue. He shall have a scandal. He shall have the worst scandal there has been in London for years. You shall see his name in every vile paper, mine, every hideous placard. No, no. Yes, he shall. Had he come himself, I admit, I would have gone back to the life of degradation you and he prepared for me. But to stay him at home and to send you as a messenger, oh, it was infamous, infamous. Lady Windermere, you wrong me horribly. You wrong your husband horribly. He does not know you are here. He thinks you are safer in your own house. He thinks you are asleep in your own room. He never read the mad letter you wrote to him. Never read it? No, he knows nothing about it. How simple you think of me. You are lying to me. I am not. I am telling you the truth. My husband didn't read my letter. How is it that you are here? Who told you I'd gone to? My husband told you. And sent you to decoy me back. Your husband has never even seen the letter. I saw it. I opened it. I read it. You? A letter of mine to my husband? You wouldn't dare! Dare? Oh, just save me from the abyss into which you are falling. There is nothing in the world I would not dare. Nothing in the whole world. Here is the letter. Your husband has never read it. He never shall read it. It should never have been written. How do I know that was my letter after all? You seem to think the commonest device can take me in. Oh, why do you disbelieve everything I tell you? What object do you think I have in coming here, except to save you from utter ruin? To save you from the consequences of a hideous mistake? That letter that is burning now was your letter. I swear it to you. You took good care of burning it before I'd examined it. I cannot trust you. You, whose whole life is a lie. How could you speak the truth about anything? Think as you like about me. Say as you choose against me, but go back. Go back to the husband you love. I do not love him. You do, and you know he loves you. He does not understand what love is. He understands it as little as you do. But I see what you want. It'd be a great advantage for you to get me back. Dear heaven, what a life I would have then. Living at the mercy of a woman who has neither mercy nor pity in her. A woman whom it is infamy to meet, a degradation to know, a vile woman, a woman who comes between husband and wife. Lady Windermere, don't say such terrible things. You don't know how terrible they are, how terrible and how unjust. Listen, you must listen. Only go back to your husband, and I promise you, never to communicate with him again on any pretext. Never to see him. Never to have anything to do with his life or yours. The money he gave me not through love, but through hatred. Not in worship, but in contempt. The hold I have over him is... You admit you have a hold? Yes, and I shall tell you what it is. It is his love for you, Lady Windermere. Expect me to believe that? You must believe it. It is true. It is his love for you that has led led him to submit to, call it what you like, tyranny, threats, anything you choose. But it is his love for you, Lady Windermere. His desire to spare you shame, yes, shame and disgrace. What do you mean? You are insolent. What have I to do with you? Nothing, I know it, but I tell you that your husband loves you. There's such love you will never meet with again in your whole life. There's such love you will never meet. And if you throw it away, a day may come where you will starve for love, and it will not be given to you. Beg for love, and it will be denied you. Oh, Arthur loves you. Arthur, you tell me there is nothing between you. Lady Windermere, before heaven, your husband is guiltless of all offences towards you. And I tell you, had it ever occurred to me that such a monstrous suspicion would have entered your mind, I would have rather died than have crossed your life or his. Died, gladly died. You talk as if you have a heart. Women like you have no heart. Heart is not in you. You are bought and sold.
Two boys, John and Robert.
Robert and John. John and Robert, 10 years old.
Take a child, a mere 2-year-old, throw in a few months.
The child has no name. It could be anyone. It could be my child, it could be your child, it could be the child we think of when we think of a child.
The child is 2 years old and stands waiting for its mum in the shopping centre outside the butcher shop.
Come here, baby. Come here, they say. The two boys, Robert and John. John and Robert. Two children who, before the day is over, would have killed another.
And the cameras watch till they got to the boy. 20 surveillance cameras in the shopping centre. Watch it all.
There, and there, and there, and there, and there.
And there, and there. We see them everywhere, don't we? The blank eyes of CCTV cameras. Each one watching us with a solitary eye. You, me, anyone. Asking the question of Cyclops, who are you? And getting the answer, no one. I'm no one.
The cameras have already seen Robert and John.
John and Robert make a few batteries in one shot.
Steal a small tin of paint in another. The kind of paint you
Used to paint small model kits. Robert's elder brother does that sometimes.
did the ones when he was younger. Robert sat next to him and watched.
And now
Robert
Robert
stole
stole
the
the painting.
Or was it John?
One of them. One of the two who, before the days would have killed a child.
In a sweet shop, they nick some sweets. But then the shop owner sees them and shouts at them.
But they just run off. Run. Perhaps they laugh. The camera's watching them. There, and there.
Out of the 20 surveillance cameras, 16 are working, and with a second's delay, an image is transferred to a videotape.
There, John's standing at the sweet counter.
There, stretched out his hand.
There, puts it in his pocket.
There, they run out the shop.
And then they spot another child, all alone
outside another shop.
Let's get that kid, says John. Or was it Robert? Let's get that kid and get him lost. But just then, the child's mother emerges from the shop.
We were going to help the kid, says Robert. Or was it John? We were going to help the kid find his mum. And she may smile briefly at them.
She may smile the child's mother, and so the boys will come through the shopping centre.
They've skipped school. Attempts have been made to split them up.
Put them in separate classes, but sometimes they seem to spur each other on.
Neither of them is particularly good at school. Come on, let's start. We'll go round the back where they can't see us.
And so they drift around for the rest of the day, down by the overground reservoir,
Down by the railway bridge and sometimes on the embankment.
at the shopping centre, in the streets down the canal, along the muddy bank,
At the shopping centre, in the video store, until the shopkeeper gets annoyed and chases them off.
then in and out of shops.
Pursued by the shopkeeper's eyes. They're back again.
No, they were older, the boys who nicked the radio last week.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive. They're in their teens, teenagers. I recognise them. I've seen them here before.
I thought it was those two.
No, it isn't them. But those two have no business to be here either.
Those rocks are no good.
All eyes are on them, and still they manage to nick a few batteries. A paint tin, a small tin,
a tin of paint the kind used for painting model kits, and also a handful of sweets from the sweet shop. The eyes pursuing them and the CCTV cameras.
And then they go up to another boy.
Just a kid. Any kid. Could be my child, it could be be your child. It could be the child we think of when we think of a child.
The cameras watch as they go up to the boy.
Two of the cameras watch it. There and there.
You know, you've all seen the pictures on TV.
It's already happened. It's happening now. It will happen soon. Now, then, soon.
Why didn't you do something?
We just thought it was a couple of kids playing. Brothers taking their baby brother home. A little boy with his big brother and his friend.
Yes, I know. But it's already happened. It's happening now. It will happen soon. So why don't you do something?
Nothing to be done.
I'm beginning to come round to that opinion. All my life I've tried to put it from me saying, Vladimir, be reasonable. You haven't yet tried everything. And I resume the struggle. So, there you are again.
Am I?
I'm glad to see you back. I thought you were gone forever.
Me too.
We must celebrate this. But how? Get up till I embrace you.
Not now, not now.
May one inquire where His Highness spent the night?
In a ditch.
A ditch? Where?
Over there.
They didn't beat you.
Beat me? Certainly they beat me.
The same lot as usual.
The same? I don't know.
When I think of it, all these years, but for me, where would you be? You'd be nothing more than a little heap of bones at the present minute, no doubt about it.
And what of it?
Well, it's too much for one man. On the other hand, what's the good of losing heart now? That's what I say. We should have thought of it a million years ago, in the 90s.
Stop blabbering and help me off with this bloody thing.
Hand in hand from the top of the Eiffel Tower, among the first. We were presentable in those days. Now, it's too late. They won't even let us up. What are you doing?
Taking off my boot. Did that never happen to you?
Boots must be taken off every day. I'm tired telling you this. Why don't you listen to me?
Help me?
It hurts.
Hurts? He wants to know if it hurts.
No one ever suffers for you. I don't count. I like to hear what you say. You have what I have.
It hurts?
Hurts. Who wants to know if it hurts?
You might button it all the same.
True. Never neglect the little things of life.
What do you expect? You always wait till the last moment.
The last moment. Hope deferred the maker for something sick. Who said that?
Why don't you help me?
Sometimes I feel it coming all the same. Then I go queer. Relieved and at the same time appalled. Appalled. Funny. Nothing to be done. Well?
Nothing.
Show.
There's nothing to show.
Try and put it on again.
I'll air it for a bit.
There's man all over you blaming on his boots, the faults of his feet. One of the thieves was saved. It's a reasonable percentage. Go.
What?
Suppose we repented.
Repented what?
Oh, we wouldn't have to go into the details.
Are being born.
What, don't even laugh anymore.
Dreadful privatation.
Merely smile. It's not the same thing. Nothing to be done. Go.
What is it?
Did you ever read the Bible?
Bible? Must have taken a look at it.
Do you remember the Gospels?
I remember the maps of the Holy Land. Coloured they were. Very pretty. The Dead Sea was pale blue. The very look of it made me thirsty. That's where we'll go, I used to say. That's where we'll go for our honeymoon. We'll swim. We'll be happy.
You should have read the poem.
I was. It's not obvious.
Where was I? How's your throat?
Swelling visibly.
Ah, yes, the two thieves. Do you remember the story?
No.
Shall I tell it to you?
No.
It'll pass the time. Two thieves crucified at the same time as our Saviour.
Oh, what?
Our Saviour. Two thieves. One is supposed to have been saved and the other damned.
Saved from what?
Hell.
I'm going.
Then how is it, this is not boring you I hope, how is it that of the four evangelists, Only one speaks of a thief being saved. The four of them were there, or thereabouts, and only one speaks of a thief being saved. Come on, Go-Go, return the ball once in a way, can't you?
I find this really most extraordinarily interesting.
One out of the four, of the other three, two don't mention any abuse at all, and the third says that both of them abused him.
Who?
What?
What's all this about? Abused who?
The Saviour,
Why?
because he wouldn't save them.
From hell?
Imbecile, from death.
Thought you said hell.
No, I said death.
Well, what of it?
Well then, you see, the two of them must have been damned.
And why not?
But one of the four says that one of the two was saved.
Well, they don't agree, that's all there is to it.
But all four of them were there, and only one speaks of a thief being saved. I believe him rather than the others.
Who believes him?
Everyone. It's the only version they know.
People are bloody ignorant apes.
John fidgets with his fingers on the edge of the table throughout the first interrogation. His mother is with him in the room, but the investigator has placed her, and so she and John are unable to touch. He has told John, "I want to ask you a few questions. Do you know who I am?"
Do you know who I am, John?
No.
But you know what I am, don't you?
Yes.
What am I then?
Policeman.
Good. Do you know why I want to talk to you?
Don't know. I think so.
Why do you think I want to talk to you?
About that kid.
Yes?
That kid someone took from yours.
Yes?
I didn't do it. I don't know nothing.
We won't talk about that now. First, I want to talk about something else.
Oh. And the interrogation room goes quiet for a moment. A radiator whispers. John's mother's breathing is shallow and slightly irregular. As though she is trying to stay calm, she does not know what has happened. She doesn't know what to believe. The investigator holding this interview is restraining his questions. Do you know what truth is?
Do you know what truth is, John?
Yes.
Tell me what truth is.
When you've done something and it's true?
And if you lie about something you've done,
I don't know.
what does it mean to lie?
I don't know.
Is it wrong to lie?
Yes.
And if I say your face is green and your hair is pink, is that a lie?
Yes.
So you know what a lie is.
Yes.
At the first interviews, Robert's mother's present. The investigator asked, "Robert, do you know why you're here?" Robert does not know what to say. He doesn't know what's expected of him. The investigator repeats, "Robert, you know why you're here."
Robert, you know why you're here.
I think so.
Why are you here?
Did you think I took him, that boy, that kid?
And did you?
No, I didn't.
But you were there at the mall.
Yeah, I saw him, but I didn't take him.
Okay. How was he dressed?
He had a blue jacket.
Would you recognize that jacket again?
Yeah, maybe, but I didn't take him.
Okay. What did you do during the day?
I don't know.
Do you like football?
Yeah, I
Do you
guess.
support a team?
Yeah,
Do you go to their matches?
no,
Do you watch them on TV?
no,
Do you watch football at all?
no.
So what hobbies do you have?
I sacked school. Robert laughs. The tension subsides momentarily. It is as though, for a moment, what's happened has no longer happened. So, what hobbies do you have? The investigator asks. Robert replies, "I sacked school." And Robert laughs and the investigator laughs. "That's not a hobby," says the investigator.
That's not a hobby, that's a profession.
Yeah.
When somebody does it as well as you do.
That little space of stillness closes. Robert says, "I don't know." I don't know. I don't have a hobby.
Maybe you've lost me. In the beginning, I was with you. But not now. I'm a little disappointed. Sorry. You really think that you've thought it over, came to an opinion, and you believe that?
It's popular.
Well, so is body piercing. That isn't a good thing, is it?
I suppose.
So, let's look at the facts. Single man lives in a castle in the middle of. Where's it set again?
Film or book?
There's a difference.
Both illustration details. It doesn't really matter.
Well, in the book, it's set wherever it's set. And this man lives in this big house in the middle of town. He lives with dwarves. Nothing wrong with that. But they're orange. Orange dwarves with green hair.
And there's only 20 of them, making the world supply of chocolate. None of this is meant to be realistic.
But why make them dwarves? Why the green hair? Why make them orange in the first place? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Kind of.
What's wrong with the ordinary?
Well, it's for children. Ordinary is boring.
Which is my original point about these children writers. It's if a little boy who shares this giant bed with his grandparents, 4 of them, as if he'd ever in the real world win this extraordinary chocolate empire. You know, in the real world, it would have been that fat German boy who fell into the chocolate lake at the beginning of the tour. In the real world, he's the winner.
You know, I think I might have to.
This